Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a medium level premium question in the database category that I just solved on my own. So I'm really happy about this, and I'm very glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. So let me show you how I did it. This question is called New Users Daily Count number 1107. So basically, they're asking you to report for each date. So each date's going to be unique. How many users are logged in for the first time on that date? So let's work with one piece of information at a time. Today is this date. So let's call this today. Let's convert this to a date time. This is a string, I presume. So in the interview, probably good to clarify that, but that's fine for now. So this is a date time now. I just converted it. So now we're interested in at most 90 days. So notice that this is less than 90 days from today. So basically, that's what we're going to care about. But for now, let's go ahead and get the user IDs and their first login times. So let's call this first login. So for IT and enumerate traffic user ID, obviously. So how many users? So for example, here there are 2 users. So first login, the user itself, let's call this U. And we're going to append the activity if it's a login. So if traffic activity of I is equal to login, then we can go ahead and append the to the user ID. We're going to append the activity of I suppose you don't even need this, but that's fine. We'll just include it just so we don't confuse ourselves. And then the activity date. And then obviously for the first login, that's assumes that we're doing that by the date. So let's go ahead and sort by that date. Use an anonymous lambda function for that. And let's just say x of -1. And cool. So let's print first login. Let's get rid of this. Cool. So you can see if one's first login, user ID 1, is on this date. So now we're going to compare those dates. So basically, let's go ahead and iterate over this traffic table again. And the activity date is what we're interested in, because we're going to see if the difference is 30 or not. So the difference is this is already a date time. So we're just going to say today minus t. See what it looks like. Cool. So this is a number we're interested in because it has to be less than or equal to 90 days, at most 90 days. So let's say if int of difference is less than or equal to 90, then we can go ahead and actually use the current activity date, which means it's a valid one, which means that row counts. Let's say, this is going to be, we have to split by 0 because it's like spaces in a string. Cool. So now we can, since we have that date, we know this is going to be part of the answer, which I'm going to make it a set because we're trying to count how many users are satisfied for that particular date. So how many distinct users are satisfied for that date. So basically now we have the date, but we also need to make sure. So go through first login. And if let's print first login of f of 0, because remember that's going to actually give us the date we're looking for. So if first login f0 and then -1 is equal to the current time, after validating that it's less than 90 days, then we can go ahead and add, so the activity date, we're going to add whatever the user ID is. So that's going to be, let's go ahead and print F as well, which I think is a user ID, just to make sure. Let's see. Let's print F first login F of 0. Okay, cool. So if we print T, you can see that for that date, for example, this date only has 1 out of all of them, and then 6/21 only has 2 different ones. So cool. So now we basically have our solution. Just looking at the examples, they seem to match up. So now let's go ahead and create a data frame. But before that, we have to create 2 columns. So for A and answer, this is a dictionary. We're just going to say 1.append the particular date, and then 2.append how many distinct users from that set satisfy the criteria of being logged in for the very first time for them on that date. Okay, so now results, let's go ahead and set login dates equal to 1, and then user counts, the second column, equal to 2, and then return the data frame. So let's run this. No, that's not right. Okay. Answer of A, it's supposed to be length of answer of A, and this is supposed to be, okay, there we go. So let's submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm very, very happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help and solve it on my own. So even though the runtime isn't great, again, I'm just glad that I was able to do it on my own. Let's run this again and submit it again. Let's cross our fingers. Okay, either way, yep, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.